Welcome back to Brick by Brick. I'm Sam Lyman, and today we will be discussing what are the disadvantages of being a LEGO investor. Sorry about the microphone problem in the last video. I think I got it figured out. Alright, so today I will be discussing what are some of the disadvantages I've found in being a LEGO investor. Then I will be telling you guys how you can navigate through these difficulties and still become successful investors. Alright, so there are two main downsides to investing in LEGOs, one of which is storage. So, unlike many investments, LEGO sets are solid physical objects that are going to need to be stored somewhere. So, if you are planning on investing in LEGOs, I recommend that you set aside some place you have access to store your LEGO sets. It's going to take up more space than you would expect, and you're probably going to need to find a creative way to basically play Tetris with your LEGO sets. I've had to do that where I store my LEGO sets, and it's going to take up more space than you would imagine. So make sure, if you plan on investing in LEGOs, that you have some space set aside. It also depends on how many LEGO sets you're selling, which is the next problem. So you cannot do a high volume of sales with LEGOs just because it is going to be very difficult for you to manage over $10,000 worth of LEGO sets. I've found that that's generally the mark, so if you're below that, that's great. You have storage, keep doing what you're doing. You're probably going to make money. But anything above that, it just kind of becomes impossible to manage and keep track of and know when to sell and know when to buy that many LEGO sets. So if you're planning on investing more money than $10,000, I would not recommend putting it in LEGOs. So I would recommend putting it in a Roth IRA, or there's plenty of options. Just put it in a different investment or save it. So, and another disadvantage of LEGO sets is that they aren't going to give you money quickly. You're going to need to wait for a while. So if you plan on needing that money in the next year even, I would recommend just saving it. LEGO sets will generally make money, especially LEGO Star Wars sets, after a year, sometimes 4 months. It depends on the set. But just to be on the safe side, if you plan on needing that money within a year, I recommend just saving it. Just like many investments, I recommend just saving your money if you're not going to be using it for a year. So those are the main disadvantages with investing in LEGOs. But like I said, there are some creative ways you can get around these problems. So for the storage aspect, there are some things you can do. You can just put them all in a closet somewhere. You want to make sure there's not going to be any water there ever. It's better if it's elevated off the ground, and just some general precautions to make sure your sets don't get damaged or destroyed in any way, because that will reduce the price significantly, and you definitely don't want that. So make sure to safely store your LEGO sets and have plenty of room available. As far as the not being able to sell over $10,000 worth of LEGO sets goes, most people don't find this problem. I know I certainly don't have more than $10,000 worth of LEGOs, but if you do find yourself in that predicament, then I recommend just choosing another investment. Thank you. This has been Brick by Brick. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.